Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Aimee here. So today we're going to be finishing up my February wrap up. I have the books here that I finished reading for the month of February. We're going to talk about those as well as, once again, get ready with me. This is the look we did today, just a very simple, no fuss kind of look. So keep watching as I talk about all these great books right here and do my makeup. Alright, so I've already put my primer on my face and on my eyelids, so we can just go ahead and get started and talk about some books. So this is the second part of February for me. I read 5 books for the rest of February. One of them is on my readers. We'll talk about that one last because it's the most recent one. I just finished it. Loved it. We'll talk about it. But in my previous wrap-up video, I mentioned that I was reading Lavender House, and I don't remember how far I was. Was I almost done? I don't really remember. But anyway, this was excellent. I gave it 4 stars. I was a little underwhelmed at the endings. I pretty much figured it out at the almost when I met this character. I figured it out, but I was like, nah, maybe not. Maybe not at all. But you know what? Even though I kind of figured it would be this character, I still loved the entirety of this book. This was like Clue vibes, Knives Out vibes. It was a lot of fun. So we're following around, oh, they call him Adam. I think what is his name? Evander Mills, aka Adam. He's telling us, you know, how he's going to go about and solve the possible murder of Irene. I can't even say that last name. She is the owner, or she inherited, it's a family business, it's a family soap business. So she is living in what they call the Lavender House. It's a place where the queer can go and live safely and openly without worrying about the outside world and what will happen, because we're in 1952 in this book, and it wasn't a good time for the gay community at that time. So Lavender House was sort of like the safe space. So we have Pearl. Pearl is, or was, Irene's wife, and she hires Adam to investigate what happened to Irene. Was it a murder? Was it an accident? Irene and Pearl had a son. Well, it was Irene's son, actually. His name is Henry. He's married to Margot as show. Margot also has a girlfriend that comes and goes from the house, and Henry's boyfriend lives in the house, Cliff. And then there's like staff in the house. There's other people as well that are kind of connected to each other in the house, and then their staff, and everyone is queer. So it's a safe place for all our characters to go and be themselves. So it was just fun following Adam around as he's trying to figure out if Irene's murder, or was it an accident? Like I said, a lot of fun. It gave me Clue vibes, Knives Out vibes, because it's sort of like a little family that live in this house. Did one of them do it? And why? They're all suspects. They all have somewhat of a motive, I guess. So yeah, it was just really fun and entertaining. 4 stars. Absolutely loved it. Then I picked up One of Us Is Next by Karen M. McManus. This is a YA mystery, maybe with a little suspense, not necessarily a thriller. Also a very just fun and easy read. So we're following around 3 of our young adult characters. They are juniors in high school, I believe. So we follow Maeve. Maeve is actually the little sister to Bronwyn. Bronwyn was one of our characters in the first book. I think we actually do meet Maeve in the first book. I think she sort of helps them figure out who killed Simon in the first book. So in this book, we're sort of having a repeat of the whole Simon game. Someone is sending our group of teenagers a text of like, truth or dare. If you don't take the dare, I will spill a truth. Who is doing it? We don't know. Why? And things are coming out that they don't want to share. So we have Maeve. Like I said, Maeve also has a little bit of a backstory to her. All our characters in this book have a little bit of a backstory, which kind of keeps you really interested into like what's going on with them. It's not only them trying to figure out who's doing this to them, it's them actually going through some stuff in their own personal lives. So we also follow Phoebe. Phoebe has an older sister and a younger brother. Their father died a couple years back, so they've been, you know, their little family has been sort of struggling throughout the years. Phoebe works at one of the restaurants that they frequently go to. And then we follow Knox. Knox and Maeve are very good friends. They've even tried to date, but it just didn't work. They're just better off as friends. So yeah, all these secrets starts to come out, and it's either going to push them further apart as friends or it's going to bring them closer. It was just a fun, like I said, easy, breezy, relaxing kind of read, almost like a breath of fresh air. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. Then I picked up Falling by TJ Newman. This was really, really good. Absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars. Very intense, I thought. Anyway, our book starts us off right away. I mean, we just jump right into the story where we're following we're following a bunch of characters. So we have Bill. Bill is actually the pilot of the plane that is basically going to be kind of hijacked, I guess. And then we follow like his family. He has his wife Carrie and his 2 kids. One's a little toddler, one's a 10-year-old, and then we have Joe, who's a flight attendant. Badass flight attendant. All these flight attendants. Joe is the oldest one. Her and Bill have been on many flights together. Her crew, Kelly and Big Daddy, love them. I love these guys. They are badass. You almost just take advantage that your flight attendants are just there to kind of serve you, but really they are at the height of the flight. They are there to make sure you are protected in any way, shape, or form. Whatever happens on this plane, they got your back. The pilots as well. So we have Bill is our captain, and then we have Ben, I think it's like first officer or something like that. He's basically like the co-captain, you know. So the gist of the story is basically Bill gets a threat. Well, the threat happens right away after Bill leaves for work to his family. And then he's notified on the plane. And basically, if you don't take this plane down, if you don't crash the plane and kill everyone in the plane, I'm going to kill your family. So that's what we're dealing with here. Bill takes it upon himself he's got to have help. So he turns to his head flight attendant, Joe, and they're going to get these people to the ground. No matter what, no matter the consequences, they're going to get these people down and they're going to save his family. And that's pretty much the story in a nutshell. It's a very short story, high intensity, loved every minute of it. I have a fever blister. So I'm trying not to go over it. It's a baby. Hopefully I caught it right away. I've had a stressful week, y'all. It has been a week. It is currently Saturday afternoon, and I'm just kind of like getting myself ready for the day. My day hasn't really gone on as planned. I know I'm getting off topic. I'm sorry. Sometimes you just gotta talk through it, you know? But I ended up doing, which I absolutely love, I ended up doing my sister-in-law's hair and makeup. She's going to a wedding, and she was like, I feel like being pampered. Would you do my hair and my makeup? I'm like, absolutely. I love to do hair and makeup, y'all. I really went into the wrong profession. I'm not great at it, but maybe with some schooling I could have gotten better. I don't know. But anyway, that was, so I had a fun little like mid-morning, half afternoon with my sister-in-law, and I did her makeup and her hair, and it turned out beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, so it started like helping with my stress, trying to rein it in, and also like putting yourself together sometimes just helps, you know? So yes, great read, short read, lots of action, very suspenseful. There's no mystery. We know who's doing this, and we know why. It did give me like 9/11 vibes, so if that's maybe a trigger for you, I wouldn't recommend for you to read this book, because it's very close to 9/11, but so good, so good. I cannot wait for her next book. All right, I'm gonna use my new, well, it's not new, it's limited edition, so you can't get it, but every year for Christmas, Tarte comes out with like a blush palette and blush and bronzer. So we have a bronzer here and all these blushes. I love this palette. But I'm also going to use the highlighter in my It Cosmetics palette as well. So, all right. And then I picked up Stay Awake by Megan Golden. I have so many notes on this book. Like, all of this is on this book. There was so much like going on. I gave it a 4.5 star because the ending was I was a little underwhelmed at the ending, but the entirety of the book was just entertaining as heck. It was so much fun. I had a really great time listening to that. I listened to this. It's read by Imogen Church, which is one of my favorite like thriller narrators. She has an American accent in this story. So so good. So the book starts us off where we're following Liv pretty much the entire time, and the book starts us off where the taxi is dropping her off at where she thinks is her home, her apartment building, where she lives with her friend and roommate Aimee. So when she goes to, you know, try to get in, well, she doesn't have her purse. I don't even know if she has her phone. I don't think she has her phone with her. She has nothing on her, and she like can't really remember how she got there. So she's basically trying to call Aimee on the voice box, and, you know, telling her, hey, this is Liv, I don't know what happened to my phone, my keys, can you please let me in, kind of thing. And then these two strangers show up, and they're like, what are you doing here? Who are you? This is our place. Why are you here trying to get in our home? So after a little bit of back and forth, Liv realizes she's got something written on the back of her hand. It says "Stay awake," and she as she puts her hands in like the pocket of her cardigan, she finds a bloody knife wrapped up in a t-shirt, in a white t-shirt, and she does not know why it's there. Is it hers? What is she doing with it? She's like does not remember what is happening or what could have happened to bring her to this point. She does find an address on her hand, written on her hand somewhere as well, to this place called Nocturnal. And so she just gets a taxi and just goes there. She doesn't know where else to go, doesn't know what else to do. She can't get in touch with Aimee because she doesn't have her phone. So basically, Liv has this serious condition where when she falls asleep, her mind is just erased and almost starts over at a certain point in her life. The last thing she can remember was she was at her desk at her job, where she was like this, I think she was like a food journalist, and she was answering the phone. Someone was calling her. She just remembers looking out her window. It was a beautiful summer day, and that's the last thing she remembers. And here we are, it's like fall, and she doesn't remember where, you know, like where the gap is. Like, why is there this big gap in her memory? So we just follow her around as she tries to figure things out. We also follow a detective, Darcy. Yes, Darcy Halliday. Had to look at my notes. Also, badass character. Really love this character. Female detective and her partner. They're also at the beginning of this book. So we have like, we're following Liv now, and then we're also following Liv then, like before she lost her memory. Like, we kind of going back and seeing, you know, getting where all this started, you know, getting to know like the guy she was dating, Marco, and Aimee, her friend and roommate, and then we're following Liv now, of course, and as well as Detective Halliday. And Detective Halliday, or her and her partner, are investigating this murder of a man in his home, or in his apartment. I don't really actually remember that small little detail. So it almost sort of leads to Liv, so where this leads to them trying to locate Liv, and this is where they find out that she has like this whole memory loss thing. We find out it's all over the place, y'all. It was so much fun. Like, I really had a very good time with this. I love the whole amnesia thing, like how she just kept falling asleep and losing her place and her time. Why was she here? Why was she dressed like that? Why was it a different time of the year? Excellent, excellent, excellent. But like I said, the ending was a little underwhelmed, but that's okay. I really, really enjoyed the rest of the book. I don't really know what blush I want to do, so I think I'm just gonna mix it up. And I kind of want to do, everybody's doing like this uplifted blush situation and like connecting it to like their eye right here. Like, it's all like, you're all like blushed out in this area. I don't know if I'm doing that, but it looks really pretty and really cool, so I thought I'd try it today. I don't know. Did I achieve it? I don't know. We're gonna go with it. So how's y'all weekend going? Mine's going pretty good. We hung out last night at my brother's, had sort of a little block party happening, where we cooked like a lot of seafood because it was Friday and us Catholics over here eat seafood on Fridays. So yeah, so we had ball snow crabs, ball shrimp. We had crawfish etouffee. We had seafood gumbo. I think we even had blackened fish in there somewhere. It was delicious. It was delicious. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of wine. But that's okay. It was fun. So now I'm just gonna take like a little fluffy brush, kind of like this, and tap into the highlighter of this It palette. I'm actually gonna put this on my eyelids and kind of into the corner. Just an easy breezy little look today, just to kind of bring me joy. I don't know, a little bit over here. I'm super oily and I usually don't like a lot of highlight. So whatever my highlight is, I like to keep it subtle. And this one in the oil, I mean, you can get it individual as well. The powder highlight from It Cosmetics is really good, and it doesn't make me feel like I've got grease everywhere. Let me get that a little spray before I put my mascara on. So today I'm going to use 3 mascaras. I used a telescopic last time I did this video, or did a video like this. Of course, I'm going to use my Lancome primer, and then this Maybelline Sky High. I love this stuff. It really does sort of like lift your lashes. Like, I don't curl my lashes, but it really gives your lashes a good lift. And then I top it with the Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes, because this just kind of like, it just makes them look really full and long. Just kind of gives a great, I don't know, I really like it. So that's what we're gonna be doing today, all 3 of these. Okay, lashes are done, and I have this new lip gloss. I don't have anything but my Vaseline, the Rose one, lip care. Love, love, love this stuff. I have like one everywhere. I have one in here, I have one in my bathroom, I have one in my purse, everywhere. I was seeing this on YouTube and as well as like TikTok. This is the Wet n Wild lip glosses, Mega Slicks lip gloss. I got just the clear shade. It has a name, but I need my glasses to see it. I think it has something to do, I think it says Tutu Swirl. I don't trust me on that because I can't see crap without my glasses. But anyway, I really like it. It's a very pretty, like, let me see if I can put something on, slap on a color. I'm gonna put on this NYX. This is their Smooth Whip matte lip cream stuff. Also saw this on TikTok made me buy it kind of thing. I don't like a matte lip, so I'm just gonna dab that on there and just kind of rub it in, just to give my lips some color. Be cautious of the fever blister. But anyway, put this stuff on. It's just a really pretty gloss. And it feels good. It's not sticky. I really like it. It feels good. I like it. I like when a gloss like can feel good on your lips and it's not too sticky, or it starts to kind of like dry down. I find this has really good stuff in it. I don't know, but it stays. It was like $2.99. Okay, and the last book I read in the month of February, actually I finished it today. It's March. When is today? It's March 4th. This is Rookie Move by Riley Hart and Nev Wilder. Oh my gosh. Riley Hart, of course, does it every time for me. Absolutely loved it. Nev Wilder, also fantastic. Put the two together, writing a book, a male-male sports romance. Yes, male-male sports romance. First time with a guy, but knows he's bi. And friends to lovers. Also, falling in love with your best friend's baby brother. Like, it ticks all the boxes. So like I said, this was great. 5 stars, absolutely loved it. We follow both Warner Ramsey and Garrett McRae. Warner he's been best friends with Houston, which is Garrett's older brother. They played football together. An injury happened with Houston, so he's no longer able to play the sport. Ramsey is the best NFL quarterback right now, and we have Garrett, who is coming up and getting drafted for the same team. So of course Houston tells Warner to, you know, just keep an eye on Garrett, make sure he's not getting into any trouble, make sure he's, you know, like got his eye on the game kind of thing. So Garrett has had a crush on Ramsey for the longest time, since he realized that he was bisexual. Ramsey was the guy that made him realize he was bisexual. So he's been secretly crushing on Ramsey. And Ramsey's not gonna lie, Garrett is hot. He's not gonna deny a hot dude in front of him. But as they kind of become closer on the team and outside of the team, Ramsey really starts to fall for Garrett, or Warner starts to fall for Garrett. Warner also has a little backstory with his dad. His dad was also an NFL player, but his dad didn't do well due to him not taking the game seriously, blowing his money on things, gambling with his money, and just not doing the right thing. Never really had a good relationship with his son as well. So we have a little bit of that story going on. It doesn't take over the story of Warner and Ramsey, but it's there. It just adds a little flair to the story. But yeah, we just follow these two guys as they fall for each other, play football together with each other, and what's gonna happen when they get caught. Are they going to get caught? They play for the same team. Are they going to be able to play for the same team? Or is one of them going to get drafted? Great story with these guys, and of course with a happily ever after. All right, y'all, that's it. That's the books I finished up the month of February with. So that makes it a total book of 9 books for the month of February. Not too bad. Not too bad. Had some great reads this month. I was really excited. Thank y'all so much for watching as always. Let me know in the comments, what did you read this month? What were a favorite of yours for the month of February? Let me know in the comments down below. Hope you're all doing well, having a great weekend. Hugs from me all around, and I'll see y'all very soon in a new video. Bye y'all.